AF. It is Wednesday, October 13th. Thank goodness it's a Wednesday, right? I hope that everyone is having a wonderful week. I hope that you can see me and hear me. I just realized it's not only on my face. How is everybody doing? My hair is a mess, but what else is new? Just gonna wait for, we got some people popping on. So I should be live on my Facebook page, my Facebook group, and on YouTube. If someone can let me know where you're catching me from, that would be awesome. Facebook page, Facebook group, YouTube. Fantastic. I'm gonna turn on my fan before I start overheating. I hope that it's not too loud. But it is what it is. Hello, everybody. Oh, that's so funny. I understood that if I used this software in a Facebook group, it wouldn't tell me the name. Some of them do and some of them don't. That's so interesting. So if you are watching from the group, let me know who it is, because right now all I see is Facebook user, Facebook group. It's so weird because some show names and some don't. Now, also let me know what you're thinking of the comments here, because I found that when I watched the replay from last week, the comments were taking up like the whole screen. So I've shortened it, but now it's kind of getting cut off. So let me know. Hello, ladies. If you don't really care if the comments are there, let me know that too, because it took a while to get them up there, but looking at YouTube, it looks kind of funny, especially if you didn't catch it live. So I have been making treat holders, and this one is not done, but I actually just finished it like 16 minutes ago. I got home, made dinner, and I'm going to close the window because we made bacon, and you know what it smells like when you make bacon. You smell like a diner. So I go and close the window. I'm like, and my son said, "What, you can't figure out what to make?" I'm like, yep, pretty much. I have like a handful of projects that are designed, but they're Christmassy, and I figure we only have a couple more weeks to make Halloween treats, and I have 1, 2, 3 more treats that I want to make. I think we're going to run out of weeks, but I also have Monday videos in between. Hello, thank you for saying your name, Jenny. Thank you. Hi, Jen. Thank you so much. It's funny, all I see is Facebook user, Facebook user, Facebook user. So if that's the case, I'll probably take the comments off because no one can tell who it is or what. So, okay, so I am going to need your help. I don't know, I don't need myself in there twice. I noticed that on the playback last week. Okay, so now we are going to go to my hands. Oh, of course, it got rid of my face, but you know what? I'm kind of okay with that today. But let's, there we go. So easy, right? Technology, when it works. Okay, so we are going to use the cute Halloween suite of products. These tombstones, so cute, but I didn't order them, and then when I finally wanted to order them, they were on back order. Now today is the 13th, and I think they are back in stock today, or perhaps this week. But we're gonna create a treat holder that kind of mimics the tombstones, and I want to show you, if you haven't subscribed or purchased Creativity Delivered for the month of October specifically, but if you haven't signed up, here is just a look at what you missed. It's terrible, isn't it? But they're so cute. So this one is designed by Tiffany, and mine looks a little bit different on the front. I had to make a sample before I prepped my kits, and it's a good thing I did, because the Kit Kats that I had and the Kit Kats that Tiffany used were not the same size. So hallelujah for making a sample. But look, it's a cute little shadow box tag. Isn't that adorable? And even once you've eaten the Kit Kat, still so cute. So that is part of the kit. I should say, spoiler alert, a little late. If you purchased this kit and you haven't gotten it yet, you are going to see. Hi, Melanie. your name pops up. It's weird. Are you watching from the group or hi Trisha? Oh, hi Karen. Hi Blakely. Let me know if it's from the group, because I think if most are going to watch it from the group, I'll probably remove the comments from here because hello Facebook user. Hello Facebook user. I'm just going to tie this back up. So that is Tiffany's treat holder. So we did 2 cards and 2 treat holders because hands up, how many of us give Halloween cards? Not me. I don't know why I keep continuing to make them. So this was my treat holder for creativity delivered this month. And it holds, pardon the ribbon, I ran out of the black and white gingham ribbon, and if you caught my video on Monday, you'll know that I finally have some, so I had to make do with this. But they are cute little Rice Krispie treats. They are only 11 grams, and the box itself is so cute and Halloween-y. The treats, not so much. I mean, there's a little bit of orange on there, but I wanted to dress it up. So these are both part of the kit. I made this a few weeks ago. I'm kind of showing you treat holders now so that you can make them before Halloween. This has some gummy bears in it, but it was a real pain to close. So I would suggest that if you make this, you don't tie the ribbon, like make it look decorative. Don't make it the opening. Use a Velcro dot or something. But the little ghost, hey boo, so cute. It's the Festive and Bright bundle. And then the one that I made on Monday, the one that I was supposed to make last Wednesday, but had a flare up of tennis elbow. I don't know why I show you my elbow every time. It's not like you can see it. It's not like my elbow is hanging from a thread. Anyways, I was going to make this last Wednesday, was all ready, but my arm was hurting too much. So I actually made a change to it when I filmed the video. I put a little bit of purple under the bats, and now they really pop. Isn't it cute? You use adhesive sheets, and so easy. Thank you, Sharon. Funny story, maybe not funny, embarrassing. So I'm hooked on ER. I'm on episode 19 of season 8. Only started maybe a month ago. There was a sad, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone if you're watching or you're going to be watching. Someone left, and I knew it was coming because I had Googled something and it was like a spoiler. I started crying. My son comes up, he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, they left. So I come in here to design my project and my eyes are like all tear stained. I'm like, oh great. And I mean, I knew when I started crying that I was going live in less than an hour. But you know, when you just need it, I didn't feel like it was building up, but I think sometimes our bodies are just like, we need a reason to cry, and just that release. I mean, it was like all of 2 minutes as the sad music was playing, but what a dummy, hey? Hi, Kim. Hi, Dawn. Is the connection good? I hope so, because streaming to 3 places is obviously more taxing than streaming to 2. And I had my monthly team meeting last night, and my connection was horrible. Horrible. Like, to the point that I almost stopped the meeting, restarted my computer, and came back. I had a presentation all ready to share, so I shared it in the group, but I was pixely the whole time. And when it finally clears up, I'm like, thank you, Zoom. So I hope it's good. Oh, good. I restarted my router after that. I am watching ER on Prime, and if you pay for Prime delivery, you get Prime for free, and seasons 1 through 15 are on there. Okay, so any guesses as to what's in here before I reveal? I know this isn't done, but I thought I could rush and make it kind of finished for you, but chances are I'm going to make the wrong decision, so I need your input. Good. Everyone can hear me. The connection's good. It only took how long? Okay, any guesses as to what's in here? Look, I even did my nails. And they match the black glimmer paper from my little bat. Oh, I have to show you. These are, if you didn't watch my video on Monday, and you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love a subscription. I would love a follow, whatever. These are little vampire Hershey Kisses. They are strawberry filled and they have little bats all over them. And I mean purple and red for Halloween. All right. So I used rainbow glimmer paper and then the ombre glimmer paper, some of that pearl paper for the ghost. It's just so cute. I used like every Halloween item that we have. See, yeah, you watch it on Prime. There's a few good shows that you can only get on Prime. You know what? I have been really good. Other than at lunch today, well, I'll backpedal a little bit. At lunch, I don't know if anyone remembers the lemon spread. I think it's E.D. Smith. My mom used to buy it. We would put it on toast. It wasn't fabulous on toast. But since I'm still doing low carb, I'm like, I need something sweet. So I can have a tablespoon of that. And at lunch today, I'm like, 3 tablespoons later. And then all afternoon, I was fighting off a sugar craving. So I think it was a little too much. Hi, Linda. Thank you for sharing. I did indulge on Thanksgiving. I was fully planning to go low carb. And then everything was there. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to eat everything. I will just be smart about it. And I was. I think I was the only one that wasn't like, oh, I'm so full. I was just comfortable. So I did good. And I did that for 2 nights instead of just 1. And now I'm back on track. Okay. No one guessed it. It is another one of those little Rice Krispie minis. So I thought this would be a great little trick or treat. I don't know if Halloween is happening this year, but it might be good for little coworker gifts. I'm sorry, it's going to be so crinkly. That sound. It's like amplified in a video, isn't it? Okay, so initially I was going to do just a short little wrap. Actually, initially I wasn't going to do anything, but it's probably going to slide right through. So I thought, okay, I'll do like a little wrap to keep it in and we'll glue part of the wrap to the holder. And then I thought, might be kind of cute if you can't even tell what it is. And then I thought, let's make it look like a tombstone. So I'm being a little goofy, but I watched one of my videos from August 2019, so 2 years ago, and I was so deadpan. I'm like, oh my God, how could anyone watch this? I'm so boring. And Dave comes in and he saw that I had my engagement ring on and I was talking about how I cased myself for this one thing. And he's like, yeah, when was that? I'm like, August 2019. He's like, oh. I said, yeah, back when my ring fit my fat finger. So I'm getting back there. Hi, Cheryl. I can eat strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries. Probably blackberries too, but I don't like blackberries. They're too full of seeds. Okay, so the reason I kept this handy is so that I have the measurements. We are going to use some of the, what's it called? Cute Halloween DSP. And I am on like scraps. And because we are using the tombstone this time, I thought we could use that. We could use the back of the one that I used here, which is the skull. So you are going to decide what we put on here. The other option, sorry, itchy nose, is that we make it look like the tombstone. So we can, whoopsie, get a stamp or use some of the Craft white ink. Whisper white. I never know. Is it Craft? Is it Whisper? And make it look like that. So we'll figure that out. Now, this is 2 inches by 11 inches. I just realized my label punch is way over there. I'm going to turn on this light. Although the lighting seems to be okay, doesn't it? Other than a little bit of shadow. So I want to show you my process for this because I could just take this and tell you where I measured it. Looks kind of funny like that, doesn't it? But I want you to figure it out with me. I mean, I know what it is now, but I'm not going to remember. So what I had to do was basically figure out the size of the treat. And it is 3/4 inches, 3/4 of an inch in depth. It's 1 3/4 across. So I know, I hope I'm not talking too loud. Good. Hi, Roz. You know what? I actually use frozen strawberries in my yogurt every morning. So 3/4. And then we have 1 3/4. So instead of doing the mental math, let me show you. Let's get a piece of the DSP so I'm not just showing you on this. What do we think for the inside? Should I stick with this kind of basic gray and white? Should we go with the boo? We have so many options. Okay, so we have the ghost, the skull, and a bat. We have, I don't like that one. I like that side better, actually. We have just plain black, which seems, I mean, it could work, but I think that's the only piece I have left of that one. We have this weird one, which looks really cute when it's colored. It looks strange like this. We have that one, and now that I'm using gray, it might not look so funny. It did not look good on Mango Melody or Mellow Mangady. We could use that one. So we could use the boo, or we could use the stripes. I'm going to give you 4 options. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me what you like. Aw. Yes, you catch the replay if you can. Black and pumpkin pie. Thank you. Whoever just said hello, my Canadian friend, I think it's probably Pam, but let me know who you are because I can't see. It's just telling me Facebook user. Okay, so we have skulls. We have black and pumpkin pie. We have boo. We have 2 for this one. Number 2. Okay, it's looking like that one. And you can see we're only going to see from the sides. It's not going to be overwhelming. Okay, looks like number 2 it is. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this paper once Halloween passes. Okay, so I want this to be, I'm going to measure this part, 3.5. So let's cut it down to 3.5 right now. 3.5, not 3. Okay, and then what we're going to do, I hope I can zoom in here. Just remind me that I'm zoomed in so that you can see everything. Hi, Feline. Okay, so I said that it's 3/4 in depth. So we're going to start with 3/4. And I always like when it's a smaller amount, I like to start on that side of the blade. I'll put this down. Okay, so now we need 1 3/4. And instead of doing the mental math, I am just, oh, wrong way. I'm going to slide this over to 1 3/4. Why am I so confused? So my score line is right here, and that is the 1 3/4 mark. And I could slide it down there to make sure that I stay on that, but as long as I stay on this line here, I know that I'm at either 1/4, 1/2, 3/4, or 1 inch. So we're going to score it there. And right now we are at 2.5, so we could go to 3 1/4, or we could just measure the 3/4 there, doing what we did the last time. And then when you have it all done, you can write down the measurements. Okay, so another 1 3/4. So my score line is here. I know it's probably pretty difficult for you to see it. It's difficult for me to see it right now. Okay, so we've got our 1 3/4, and then this right now is a full inch, and we don't want that. We want it to be 3/4 or less, so I'm actually going to trim it at 1/2. Because these two, once we fold and burnish, you'll see, will line up. And we don't need this one to be the full width. So now what I'm going to do is, I don't want to fold it down this way because, let me correct that. I don't want to fold it down that way and then glue it. Oh, actually it would work. I want it to be completely square, so I'm going to put my glue on here. I was trying to prove a point and it didn't work. Of course, when I was making mine, I was like, oops, wrong way. So we'll just put a little bit of glue there, put this down, and lay it flat. Give it a good burnish, and that is our wrap. Now, of course, I didn't tell you the measurements because I was just lining them up. But if you want to know the measurements, remind me and I'll measure that. Okay, so now we can put this in its little sleeve. I'm sorry for the crinkling again. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Jewel. Hi, Linda. No need to ever apologize. I appreciate you watching at all. Okay, so there is our little wrap. So it's a big secret right now. I'm gonna flatten it a little bit. This one is lumpy. Okay, let's zoom back out so that I don't forget. And then you're like, we can't see. Okay, so now we have our piece of 2 by 11 inch basic gray. So let's put this arm back out. So I still need it to be 3/4 of an inch in depth. So I'm going to show you the method to my madness. So 5.5 is half of 11. So I put it at that mark, and now I know I need 3/4 of an inch. Could be easier to do the math, but what I did was I did 3/8. Is that right? It was easier when I was doing a quarter. So if we go 3, I think I was at 5/8. Let me undo this because I don't want to mess up. It's always easier to tell you before the tag is cut, but we are going to, what I did was I backed it up just a little bit. So at the 5.5 inch mark, I'm just going to take it to, let's do 5 7/8, not cutting. If it's not even at the end, we can cut a little bit off the top because we haven't punched it yet. And now we want 3/4. So this part is easy. We can just turn it around, or you can move it back the other way, but we just need it to be 3/4 of an inch. Now let's see how close I was. Bang on. Woohoo! So just kind of work your way backwards. And if they don't line up, you can trim. Now I need to take this off for just a second because I didn't get my tag punch. Yes, that's what I thought, Jewel. Thank you. Double chin. So, funny story while I'm doing this, I used to be terrible at math, like so bad that I failed grade 10 math, which I lived in Ontario, and at the time, grade 10 was the last year that you had to take math. So failed grade 10 math, went to summer school, passed by 1%, got 51, and never took math again. Could not math, like at all. And then I met Dave, and when we were at my dad's for dinner one day, we played crib, and I'm like, this looks like so much fun. So I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to admit that crib, when I was 30 something, is what finally taught me how to do some mental math. Because it's kind of embarrassing to be at a table full of adults and be like, It helped so much. And I also worked in finance, so I mean, you get to know things. Okay, I know this is the wrong one. But what I did, instead of any guesswork, I grabbed a pencil. Let me do it this way so my arm doesn't reach in front of you. We are making a cute little treat holder, Pam, for Rice Krispie squares, these little itty bitty ones. So I finished this all of like 15 minutes before I went live. So I didn't finish decorating it, but I got the skeleton of it done. So what I'm going to do is, instead of guessing, I am just going to make a pencil mark where this meets. And we are going to score there. You can't see my pencil mark. One of the ladies that I work with, I tell so many stories, don't I? One of the ladies I work with was talking to someone else about how she ordered these reading glasses on Amazon. And she's like, I am never paying $500 or more for glasses again. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to try that. So I look up an online eye exam. I figure that 2.0 is what I need. They arrive. Oh, I'm way off. Sorry, I could not see my pencil mark. Still can't see my pencil mark. So I have to send them back. So lesson learned. I mean, I don't want to go to the drugstore and try them on. I want to. I mean, Amazon, we know they're good for returns, but this needs to be darker. I was not on basic gray the first time. So don't try and guess what your prescription is or your reading strength is. I put them on and I felt like Mr. Magoo. I'm like, I can't see a thing. But the glasses that I usually wear, my prescription must have changed. And I mean, I've only had them for a year, so I can't justify getting another full pair of glasses with progressives. So readers, it's gonna be. Okay, so now we've got this part folded down with a little boo-boo on there, but we'll maybe cover it up. Okay, so that would have worked, but I didn't love the way it came together. So I thought, let's score it and make it meet in the middle. And then it's even more secure. Now, I don't remember how far I went. Oh, 3/8. 3/8 from this score line, which I still can't see. So it's not going to be on one of these lines because remember I said that that is for quarters, halves, 3/4, and ones. Just note, don't use basic gray when you're trying to demonstrate something. I think even black would have been easier. At least the lead would have like popped off the page. Okay. So, here we go. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Now, I really think it should be glued in so that it doesn't come flying out, but I do think that once you tie the ribbon, it will be a little more secure. You could probably do a belly band on the outside, but that's kind of the point of this wrap on the inside. But let's see. Yeah, see, it won't fit on that side, but it would still look cute. So now, what paper should we put on the outside, or should we try and make it look like a tombstone? See what I mean about that paper being colored? It looks so much cuter that way. Hi, Elaine. Don't be sorry. I'm happy you're watching. Okay, so I'm going to glue this one in because we're almost there. We might as well at least finish it. And I'm sure I will be bringing in some treats to work for my coworkers because I can't eat it. And you know what? Until today, I didn't want it. I went into my little treat basket and I mean, I have a box full of Kit Kats. I have High Chew candy, which is so good. Ghirardelli, like all these candies. And I didn't want it until today. Now, do you think I should glue both sides or leave it where... I think I just answered my own question. I kind of like it where it's adhered, but not stuck in there forever. What do you think? Tombstone. Okay, we've got one for tombstone. The other options are we use one of the papers that we didn't use on the inside. So that, for example, or that, although I don't love it. I love this paper, but I don't love it for that. Or that. I was going to show you, I have one kit left for Saturday's Craft and Connect. If you haven't heard what that is, it's a class that I'm running. So for those in Canada, they can add the kit. So there's two kit options. One is with the product now. The deadline for this one has passed because it's on Saturday, but you have the option to add the bundle, the DSP, the embellishments, and the ribbon. Or you can purchase just the cardstock pack, which has everything in it. It has the ribbon that you need, the embellishments you need, the DSP that you need. It just doesn't have like, say, half a pack of DSP. It has just what you need. Or, and this one is available worldwide, you can purchase the PDF. So that is $10 Canadian. So what does it work out to be? $3 American? So if you are anywhere else in the world, you can purchase that PDF. Even if you're in Canada, you can purchase that PDF. And you can craft along. It's going to be on Zoom on this coming Saturday at 10 a.m. I have a feeling I'll be setting my alarm for that. Okay, only one for Tombstone so far. I feel like this one needs a little bit more of something, but I'm not sure what. but I like it. So many cute Halloween things. Every year I'm like, I'm not gonna buy all this Halloween stuff. So I'm not sure who just said that about the comments, but if you're watching from my Facebook group and you don't have a Restream account, it will just say Facebook user. If someone is watching from my page, their name will show. If they're watching from YouTube, their name will show. But if you're watching from my group and not logged into Restream, and why would you? Because if you don't do this, why would you have an account? But that is why your name wouldn't show. I'm joking, it's not quite that high, but I think it's, I think on average I use 35%. 1.35. Okay, what's its B? You know what? I think I'm just going to keep going. We will use some craft ink. I'm not going to use the ink refill. I'm just going to use my dedicated blending brush for white. Oh, I also want to mention the What's Cooking tutorial, that class that I did as my gift with purchase last month. The tutorial is available for that anywhere in the world. So that's another. I'm putting my tutorials at $10. I know that Stamping Society and Sweet Stamping Connection are $9.25, but I only have to do one project for those. You're getting 6, but it's from 6 different people. So with this one, I have to do it all. And I know for my demonstrator friends who are watching, tutorials are not fun to put together. It's a lot. So I am not selling myself short. So I hope that you understand that. So Craft and Connect tutorial is on there. Did that have blue on it? I think so. What's Cooking PDF is on there. My bingo make and takes. This is going to be very random. I'm gonna have to blend it out. And what else? Oh, can I reach it? Can I reach it? This card, which I know a couple of you were interested in recreating. The tutorial is the Sweet Stamping Connection, so you can get that. I love this card. I need to remember this fold. You see both sides of the DSP. It is just gorgeous. So that is the Sweet Stamping Connection. And my team get all of these tutorials for free. Well, except the What's Cooking. That one they had to earn as well. Don't like that. But for Craft and Connect, they get free access to the Zoom class. They get the PDF for free. So if you live in Canada and you've thought about being a demonstrator, there's some perks. We meet monthly. Sometimes technology works, sometimes it doesn't. I feel like I should have practiced this on a different piece. I'm liking the front better than I did the back. Now, if there are parts that I really don't like, I could come in with basic gray and just kind of fix them, but I think this is going to be the back. That's the beauty of paper, right? It's got 2 sides, so there's going to be a whole bunch of white there to cover that little dot. But if you go overboard, just bring in some gray. Yeah, I don't like that side. I may even put some DSP on that one. Blending brush down. My gray one is down. This one is brown, but it's going to have to do for now. There, just tone that down a bit. Now, I so wish that we still had alphabet stamps, because it would be so cute to put a name and an RIP on here. The playful alphabet might be a little bit too big. So what do you think we should put on here? Oh, what did Eva say? Oh, thank you, Eva. Yeah, you know, it's a lot of work. So I'm looking, as I'm listing them, I'm like, I'm asking $10 for mine, and it's only 4, and it's only me. But then I'm like, wait a minute. I only have to write 1 or 2, well, 2 tutorials for the other ones. So Yeah. Someday I want this to be my full-time job, so I need to I don't want to price myself out, right? But at least what it should be worth. So now let's glue this one side. If you find that you have a little bit hanging over like I do, you can just take some scissors and cut that off. You don't want to cut into the other side, but... So this year I feel like I got smart, because every year I say I make Halloween cards and I never send them. They just end up sitting here. So this year I am being more strategic. It's treat holders, because who doesn't need treat holders? You could use Stampin' Seal Plus or Tear and Tape if you'd prefer. I just like the... Which side do I want? They both look okay now. I like the wiggle room that I get from using liquid adhesive. You saw that just moved a little bit. If this were Tear and Tape, once it's down, it's down. You can huff on it and try and get it off, but you'll probably pass out before the Tear and Tape comes off. Roz, oh, instead of, let me just add this to the broadcast. I can't quite reach. I was cutting out lots of dies and images from this DSP today. My young grandsons and I are making tombstone treats for their friends. That's so sweet. Oh, so nice, Jewel. I'm not going to say I'm jealous, because you've worked a good, long, hard career, right? Like, it's not like you just one day decided, okay, that's it, I'm done. I'm going to stay home. Like, you've put in your time. I, on the other hand, have not. I've still got plenty of time left. I'm over it though. I want to do this full time, because when I'm at work, I'm thinking about what I could be doing here. So I can leave this ribbon black and white, or I could take my smoky slate, or any color really, to make it match a little more. What do we think? Should we leave it black and white, or should we color it? I am thinking I'm going to fussy cut a skull or two. The other thing that would be cute is if we did a scene like this, but I don't have the energy in me tonight. I could not stop yawning today, non-stop, like no amount of caffeine was working. Oh my! Well done, Jewel. Leave black and white. Okay. Yeah, it would be cute with a scene like this, but unless I had all the pieces die cut. Yeah. Okay, so we have one for, well, we have two for pumpkin pie, one for leave black and white. What should we put on here? Can I reach my other bundles? It is unfortunate that it seems like every Halloween bundle is on back order. That really stinks. Okay, so we could put a pumpkin, a bat. Look, I'm going to talk myself into doing this. We could put Spooky on there. That might look cute. And I haven't glued the one side, so we still could. We could do less trickin', more treatin'. Frightfully cute. I would have to mask it and stamp it twice. Have a fabulous Halloween. I'm kind of thinking spooky, and then we could stamp this spider, not this lame little lazy dead on a web spider. Black and white. Hi, Carol. Oh, I could use my... Oh, that's a lot of pressure. What if I mess it up? It'd be so much easier to stamp. You know what could be cute? I happen to have some basic black here. I could practice with a chalk marker. This one I use for splatter. I actually have ordered another one. Oh, yeah, that's not going to show up. Rip! Spooky, that's what I'm thinking. It is. And you know what? I think I will cut out some skulls. And what if we do spooky and then a couple? I shouldn't cut it from this because I want to give you the measurements for that. This paper. It's the one that's not on the punch, but it is really easy to cut, to fussy cut. Yeah, when I was at Backstage, they were saying, you know, there's only like 2% of the product that are on back order. And we're like, yeah, but it's the 2% we need. Like, it's all the pre-order stuff that everyone wants. And if you weren't with me last week, the incentive trip was canceled. We mourned for a minute or two. We are getting a cash out option. And I am thinking we are going to go on a vacation. Initially, I thought hot tub, but Dave vetoed that immediately. And I get it. I lose interest. I'm all in or I'm all out. And it's a lot of water, a lot of electricity, a lot of maintenance. So, yeah, I don't get a hot tub. At least not while he's alive. I've got quite a bit of black on that, but that's okay. So we are going to go on a vacation. We might actually go on two. They're both going to be Canadian. One of them, I think we're going to go to the Okanagan, which is where my brother and his wife and son live. And one might be a local lake that Dave and I have gone to in the winter, but never in the summer. Take the kids, I mean, they're adults, but take them and just go away for a week. I think there is something so special about going on a trip. Like when we went to Kelowna the last time for my brother's wedding, there's so many memories that we're all going to remember forever. So we want to be able to do that again. And Dave's like, oh yeah, let's get a houseboat and go on the Okanagan, Lake Okanagan. I'm like, I want like a cabin where we can rent a boat or something. I said, do you know how much mental prep it was going to take to get me on a cruise ship? No, I'm not going on a riverboat. His cousin has a pontoon boat that maybe we might be able to ask to use, but no, not a houseboat. Not for like a week. Okay, what do we think of those two? I like how it's the one with the bird. Aren't they cute? Yes, the Western Caribbean cruise got canceled. Like, just canceled. Not, you have the option of going or not. It's canceled. Okay, is 3 too many? Thank you, Marty. Yes, vacation does sound good, doesn't it? Roz is where? Florida. Nice. I bet you don't have a risk of snow tomorrow or coming up. My daughter lives in Calgary, which is like 2 provinces away. And they had snow on Sunday. They're also like a COVID hotspot, so boo. You know, I watch these replays and I'm like, oh my gosh, like just shut up, stop talking. But I feel like when it's quiet, it's too quiet, and then I have to fill the silence, and then it's just an hour and a half of me blabbing. Okay, 3 little skeletons. We're going to stamp spooky in memento, I think. Why for the trip? If that is the question. Look, this kind of looks like the tombstone. This has quite a bit more like splatter, but I like where it's a little more subtle. They canceled it this early because, to be honest, I don't know. But by canceling it early, they will get more of the money that they paid, the deposit, I don't know. And we will get a better payout, which is great. I mean, it still sucks. It was my first incentive trip, but I'm not going to dwell. Okay, before I stamp it, I'm thinking this one needs to be at the top because the bird's on his head, and then we'll kind of have these guys like so. Should I put spooky straight or on an angle? Oh, I wish we had cooler weather. Yeah, poor you. It is 9 and showers, 9 degrees Celsius. And I don't know if you might not have heard this. I don't know if I said it on a live, but I got this clock for my craft room. Is it backwards? Nope, it's right. I can't get it off of Fahrenheit. So now I don't have to be like, hey, Google, what is this in Fahrenheit? I can just look at this. I found that I was constantly wondering what time it was. And sometimes I take my watch off because I get too many notifications, too many interruptions. And sometimes I just need to be in here and be quiet and be productive. So I got that. So it's 71 degrees. I don't know about that. So it's 9 degrees outside. It's 19 degrees in here. 71 seems pretty warm. Way too cold for you. Yeah, right? It is a cuss word. Okay, straight or miss the seasons, especially fall and oh. If you miss winter, come to Manitoba. I'm going to do it on an angle. I love fall, not winter. It sticks around too long. If it was maybe like a month or two, not so bad, but ugh. I'm kind of thinking something under here might be cute, because if this was like the name, there would be something smaller like the date underneath, right? How about frightfully cute? No, contradicts the spooky. Let's just do the spider. I've only used 2 stamps from this set, the spider and You're So Sweet, It's Scary. See, now it's a good thing I put it on an angle. Talking so much, I'm losing my voice. I'll just send you pictures, Marty. Actually, that being said, I want to show you another card in case you haven't seen it. Oh, I'm going to put this a little bit lower and then use my Stampin' Write marker just to get the line up to the top. If I put it where the string was going to be at the top, it would have been competing with the exclamation mark. I don't know why that was so difficult to say. I'm going to take these out because I want to remember to show you. Are those the ones I meant? Probably. Okay, so I can just use the fine tip of my Stampin' Write marker. If I ever get to your area, I'm coming. Oh yeah, you want to come in summer. Okay, so now I'm just going to fill that in. And if I want to be really extra, I could keep going all the way to the top, but I'm not gonna. So this guy is now going to have to go on that side. Oh, he's so cute. Look at that. We made our own kind of tombstone. I kind of want them to stay on there, because if you were making a whole bunch of these, you wouldn't want to have little pieces sticking out here, there, and everywhere. Also, the back isn't so obtrusive that if this guy is sticking up off the edge, it's going to be like, why is there half a pumpkin sticking out of there? Okay, so our bird is on his head. If you watched my video on Monday, there was a bird that video bombed me. The little bum would not stop squawking. I finally had to stop talking. I'm like, would you? Wants to be the star of my video. And it was like right at the end. It is so nice to have windows open. Dave loves air conditioning, and I'm like, yeah, please, can we have the windows open? I don't know if I love this third one on here, but I think maybe if that one were a little bit down, but it's too late. Okay, I'm going to keep this black and white, but just know that you could color this with any color of blends. I think it would look awesome in Highland Heather to bring out the bird. I think it would look great in Pumpkin Pie, Granny Apple Green, any color really that is going to pick up from the sides. If you want this to stay a little more closed, you could probably put a glue dot in between. But I mean, pretty good for something that I designed in like 15 minutes, right? Do you want to see the project that I still have to develop because it wasn't working? I was actually making dinner and I had my paper trimmer in the kitchen with some cardstock and DSP, and I'm like, this isn't what I want. Don't worry, it was far away from the bacon. And the dogs are thinking, would you concentrate on that and just drop some bacon, please? Okay. Where did I put it? So I am trying to come up with some treat packaging for the little goldfish, because look, there's a ghost and a pumpkin and these jack-o'-lanterns. So I'm going to come up with something for that. It just wasn't going to be tonight. Okay, so if I haven't shown you these yet, these are the Stamping Society cards this month. So this was my blog hop project. You know what? Let me show you here. It'll be bigger. We won't have to kidnap. Oh, there's skulls in Granny Apple Green. So this is that stitched greenery die. I also, I don't know, is it embossing? Is it die cutting? It's metal, but I don't know. I ran it through with my tag as well. And for those of you who know that my tag like this is like so temperamental and doesn't work, I finally ordered a new one. It was supposed to be here today, but FedEx got delayed by customs. And then this is the card that is part of it's part of the tutorial. So if you spend $35 or more with me this month, you can get the tutorial. It's $9.25 if you want to purchase it outright, and my team gets it for free. I just love the way those leaves turned out. And then I think we need to do a destash soon because my little card basket is getting full, and yeah. Okay, so I am gonna call that a night. Where did I get those goldfish? I want to say Walmart. Came in a big box. They're so cute. So I need to figure that out. I had a cute little bag, but I couldn't figure out the topper, and it was like it was 7 o'clock, and I'm like, ah! So got this little baby together in 15 minutes. So I will finish this one and take a picture, but I hope you like this. This could be for anything. All you have to do is adjust the sizing. If it's not something that's 1 3/4 by 3/4, I just showed you how you could measure it, right? There's also a great video that I saw years ago by Liz Ewell. She shows you how to make a box. She gives you the magic of making a box. So you need the length, you need the width, you need the depth, and then she gives you such great tips on how to make a box. And I think if it wasn't for that video, I would have been struggling for a long time. So thank you, Liz. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you soon. For those of you in Canada, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving.